Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, our online TV program where we get to have conversations with diverse people and organizations who are impacting lives positively. My name is Kemi Akiode Adebayo, aka Mama K. And in today's program, as we continue to celebrate International Men's Month for the month of November, yes, we celebrate men at Bold Moves and Impact Africa. And yes, we will be hearing a pre-recorded program that I already did some times ago with two amazing young men. My dear brother, Ibe Tagbo, who is an IT specialist based in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. And another brother, Chuma Maweni, who is a ceramic artist who is based in Cape Town, South Africa. Enjoy. So we're talking about men's health,
right?
And I know I can even see, I can see the body. What does men's health mean to you? When we talk about men's health, to you personally, what does it mean to you?
Well, for me, men's health is a well-rounded man, not just health-wise, but also mentally and family-oriented. So many things that goes in. For me, when you talk about men's health, it's not just about my health. It's the whole package: family, life, work balance.
Wow.
You know, yeah.
So, family, work-life balance, physical. What do you do then to look after your health in terms of all that you've spoken about?
Okay. On the physical side, I try as much to work out at least 5 days a week.
5 days a week?
Yes.
You're good.
I know it might sound foreign to some people, but that's what I try to do.
Okay.
I try to break it down into cardio some days, 3 days a week.
Okay.
Go out there, get in a good run. And
you run?
I run, yes,
Okay.
yes. And then the other 2 days, just a little weight, nothing major. I don't want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger here. But you still have to look good and feel good about yourself.
Right. So that's the physical.
That's the physical side.
And?
On the family side, oh boy.
And mental?
Mental, I try to make sure that my mental well-being is very well balanced in terms of, I don't let things that shouldn't bother me.
Okay.
There are certain things you have control over.
Right.
And those are the things you should worry yourself about. But those things you don't have any control over, just let it be. Let it go.
But why do some people struggle though, with whereby they don't have control over something and then it becomes something else which then affects them, and especially as a man, in terms of the society expectation on men?
Well, what I think happens here is some people, and men, since we're talking about men here, we worry about what other people think or say about us. I don't let that bother me. Because if you start worrying about it, then you'll never move forward in life. You'll always be depressed, angry, because not everybody's going to like you. And as I am, I don't want everybody to like me. I'm being honest. I'm okay with it. If you say hello to me, if I say hello to you and you say hello back, that's all I need. Right. We don't have to sit down and break bread or anything like that. Just common decency, common courtesy, yeah?
So we've spoken about physical, mental, and in terms of your diet, do you do anything? Do you pay attention to that or not? Or that is a no-go question?
Well, no, it's not a no-go question.
Okay.
Here's the thing with my diet. When it comes to diet, because I work out, I don't deprive myself.
Okay. So you eat anything and everything.
Exactly, but in moderation. That's the key word. Moderation. I don't eat fast food that often. But if I feel like a nice juicy burger, I'll go out for it. If I feel like pizza, I'll finish half a pie of pizza. Right. But like I said, but you won't see me eating that the next day or the week after.
So it's a one-off.
One-off. Yes. If I feel like ice cream,
why not?
Why not?
Well, you just don't have the 5 liters bucket or 2 liters.
No. Moderation.
Moderation.
But I just don't deprive myself.
Okay, so do you drink water a lot, or that is something
I
don't?
try to get in at least 64 ounces a day.
Okay,
64 ounces. That's about half a gallon or so of water a day. You know, and then there's fruits and things like that. I try to get in at least 3 servings. I know they say like about five fruits and like 5 vegetables, but you do what you can. You know.
So now during the season of still in the COVID time, where you know a lot of people have lost jobs or lost their homes, or you know there's so much pain or lost loved ones.
Right.
And for a man, you know, as either a single man or married man, you know, the pressure, you know, on them as a man. What advice would you give to someone who is struggling, you know, in terms of all this stress?
Well, you know? I think, I mean, the way it worked for me, you know, when this pandemic hit, even the doctors and the scientists, nobody knew what was coming. Nobody knew how bad this was going to be. You know, some people said it was going to go away in about a month, summer, spring, and it's still with us a year, 2 years into it now, right? But the way I've handled it, I've taken it one day at a time. You know, you listen to the professionals, the doctors, Dr. Fauci and the rest of them, you know, here in the US. You know, you listen to their advices because they're learning about this pandemic just as much as we are trying to figure out what's going on ourselves. I'm not a what is it? What is Dr. Fauci again? Whatever it is. Yes, I'm not. That's why I listen to people like that because that's what they know. That's what he's been doing it for. I don't know. God knows how many for decades. So he has the experience. So I listen to his advices and things like that, and just try to you know, take precautionary measures when I go out there. Even though I'm fully vaccinated, I still wear my mask when I'm in public, when I go to the store, or when I'm in a large gathering. You know, but I know it's not easy for some people. Some people have been depressed about this whole thing. They don't want to get outside or do anything like that. But you know, throughout when it first started, when the lockdown first happened, I started by just staying outside, going for my runs, cycling, just to clear my head, be active. So it takes my mind off of watching the news and getting depressed. Because I don't know if you remember, here in the US, people were dying by the thousands every single day, you know, and I didn't want to stay in front of the TV all day and listening to all that negative, depressing news. So I made it a point, you know, luckily I was able to work remotely, so I was home. So that gave me more free time to take walks in between work, and also in the evenings when I'm done with work, go out there, clear my head, get in some fresh air, you know, go out with the kids and the wife, and you know, just be out there and forget what's happening in the world for a while.
I totally agree. So you have a son, a lovely, handsome, intelligent young man.
Thank you.
A young boy coming up. Are you in any way as a man trying to encourage him on anything, you know, in terms of looking after his health at this age? Or is he too young?
No, you're never too young. I started early myself. Okay. I mean, I've been working out since I was 16.
Oh, they're 16?
16 years old, yes. I've been going to the gym since I was 16. But for him, luckily, I'm blessed. My wife and I are blessed that he's been active ever since he was born. He has been playing soccer ever since he was 3 years old. So even throughout this whole pandemic, he still plays soccer. And that was one thing we couldn't take away from him. Even when he was schooling at home, you know, remote learning, he still played his soccer, he still played with his club. And he knows, I mean, he sees what the mother and I, what we do day in and day out, the way we try to live our life, we try to influence him, not just only him, but his sister as well. So it's not just him, you know, it's a collective family effort here. When we go for walks, we all go for a walk. When we go to the trail, we take a walk. When we go cycling, everybody's got a bike. So they're already, you know, in it. So it won't be a big deal when they're at an old age. So I'm going to finish with this last one.
men are supposed to be macho and strong, and everything. And sometimes, like women, maybe we're generalizing, where women talk about health, talk about issues with their girlfriends or their sisters and so on. Do men or do you discuss your health with other male friends or brothers?
Unfortunately, I would say no to that.
Okay.
It's like, for some reason, it's just something that we men don't talk about.
That's why
we don't come out and say, "Oh,
why
you're
is
not
that?
gonna believe I went for my annual today, and the
Exactly.
doctor told me that."
Exactly.
Even if we do say we make a joke out of it,
Right.
and say, "Oh, the doctor said I should cut down on this." Yeah, we'll see about that.
Right.
But in general, men don't really talk about that until it's really, really serious.
That's what. That's my point.
Until it's really, really serious.
That's my point.
But the thing here, and I get where you're going here, is sometimes it's good to share because we all learn from each other's experiences and vice
And it
versa.
might be too late, because if maybe you've shared and you've spoken to somebody about it or a male friend, say, oh yeah, by the way, so and so. But yeah, you don't talk.
Well, it depends. I've made it a point these days, since I'm getting older now.
I can over 40. I hope you go for your annual check.
Well, that's where I'm going to. That's
Okay.
where I'm going to.
Okay.
I make it a point to go for my annual every year now.
Right.
I've been doing it now for like the past 4 years.
Oh, that's
prior
right.
to that. It was kind of like maybe I'll go this year, the following year I won't go. But now as I'm getting older, I make it a point to go get my vaccine, flu vaccine in this country every year. But go to see the doctor, and I encourage other men. When we do talk about things, I say, hey, usually people my age, close to my age, or my friends that are similar age as me, I always tell them, hey, have you gone to your annual? And I've heard stories of, I haven't. I always tell them, listen, we're getting old.
Yeah.
What is it? Early detection is better than trying to. Prevention is better than cure, right?
How has your journey, with ceramics work? And I can see, we've got some of your work here with which I want you to talk through us, for us. How has your journey been, with the ceramics, where you're now internationally known and getting awards and being recognized? I know you're very humble, about it. How has that been for you?
It's been interesting. Firstly, I did all my studying in Port Elizabeth Technikon, which is now Nelson Mandela University.
Okay.
And so I did first year all the way to my diploma, and then I went on to do my bachelor's degree in ceramics. Finished in 2002.
Okay.
And after that, I worked for a few companies. One of them was CSIR, the Center for Scientific and Industrial Research.
Okay.
In their branch in PE also. And from there, so what I learned there was how to teach other people what
you were already
do.
doing that, teaching, other people.
Yeah, because they used to have projects in the Transkei, and also some in other places in the Eastern Cape, like rural areas, where their product needed to be improved somehow. So I had to try and come up with easier ways for them to work with, and also still work with the techniques that they have, and just improve the product, the look of the product, and make sure that it's in the nice market and all that. So that's what I did with the CSIR. And then in 2006, a friend of mine told me about this place here in Cape Town called Life from Africa.
Okay.
And what they do there and all the stuff. So what they did there was that they would make ceramic products, and the profit would go to to an orphanage that they used to.
Right. Okay.
That's in they were benefactors for that for those things. So I liked the idea, and I was like, okay, fine, let me come to the Western Cape. Finally got to Cape Town for the very first time. And
which year was that? Can you remember?
2006.
Okay, that was 2006. Okay.
Yes. So I worked for that company for 10 years. And there, my skills also improved. I learned new
You were
things.
growing.
Yeah. And I learned like how to deal with people in the gallery, try and sell the product to people, which is something that I never had. Like we don't get taught how to sell your product.
No,
or
I think exactly.
So while I was there, I learned some of those few
that.
skills, how to make a sale and all that. And so after working all this time, I met my wife, who was a friend at the time, and we became a couple, of course.
Right.
And then in that time, we already started talking about our future and stuff.
So when did you get married? What year?
We got married in 2015.
Okay, 2015. Okay.
2015.
Right.
And so one of the things that we spoke about was me starting on my own,
your own,
which was something that was in the background, and it started fading now by this time.
Okay.
And then she came and she was like,
encouraged you, and
she encouraged me to actually.
That's the bit about the partner. Where God has chosen a life partner for you, complements you, and help you to prosper.
Yes.
So they gave her the right name.
Yeah, exactly. So the name her name means that, what she actually did for me. Okay. And so with all that support and encouragement from her and my family also, I decided in 2016. Now this is 6 months after we had just gotten married. 6 months later, June of 2016, I put down my tools with the company. And I told them, okay, now for me, it's time for me to stand on my own feet and see what I can do by myself. And the nice thing about it is that they said yes. They didn't fight me for it and say, no, we still need you. They said, no, Chuma, actually,
it's time for you. And they encourage you that you could as well. Yeah.
And so it's 2016. Worked all by myself in the Woodstock area in Cape Town, and so over there I worked with other two guys now in their own studio.
Right. And
we collaborated on some products.
What are some of the life lessons, for you that you have learned, over the years of being an artist, that have helped you to become what you are today, which can help an upcoming creative artist like yourself? So can you share with us some of the life lessons? I know we could probably have a program on that alone, but if you don't mind, if you could share with us,
it's really short. This one.
Yeah, very short.
I guess the life lesson that I've learned during the time is that firstly, when you are creative, you want your own space, and sometimes people sometimes we don't want to listen to others because you want to do what you do. But then at some point, you do need to have people around you that will support you emotionally, physically, and all of that, and all with all that support that's around you. What's going to come out of you is definitely going to show the kind of people that you have around you, and also it's going to even increase your creativity. So that's I think for me that worked for me in a way, and then the other thing is you at the same time you're going to get discouraged by people. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be a lot of things. So luckily for me, my family, especially for my mom and my dad, when I told them I wanted to be an artist, they never said, but Chuma, art doesn't make money. Are you sure you want to do this thing?
do that?
They never said that. They said, okay, Chuma, we'll support that. Go on and be what you want to be. And they supported me the whole time. And as much as they haven't seen what I've been doing now, they saw just before they passed. They saw what has been happening. Yeah. And so with that, for me, it didn't matter now what friends are saying, because I know at school they used to say, hey, you dating when you're working with clay, you're working with mud and stuff. Because we used to go to campus with our aprons,
overalls, and
go to your room and like, what's happening with these guys?
and how are you going to make a living out of that? For them, they'll be thinking.
So for us, we're like, it's our careers, guys. But there's nothing wrong about it. If you're an accountant and you want to wear your suit and ties, we're not going to say to you, why are you wearing ties?
Exactly. No, but that's your profession.
Because we know that's your profession and you want it that way.
Yeah. Wow, what an interesting conversation we had with this amazing two young men who are so diverse in different continents and doing wonderful things. Ibe, my brother, wow, well done. 5 days a week of exercise and gymming and running and looking after your health. Kudos to you. And I hope, young men out there encouraged by some of what you shared, in terms of trying to get a balance, in terms of family work and, personal things that you do for yourself. And again, my dear Chuma, Maweni, what an interesting journey from schooling in the Eastern Cape and, to coming to Cape Town, meeting your wife and being known internationally with all the awards you've won. I can just say that, yes, what a good thing it is to have a loving and supporting wife, next to you. Kudos to you. And, the sky is not even the limit anymore. We know your name will be heard all over Africa and as well internationally as it's being known. Well done for all you're doing. And yes, like you said, it's important that we have a good support system, to support us physically, emotionally, and otherwise. So we celebrate you, these two young men and other men, again this month. Thank you for all you're doing, and kudos, to you all for what you continue to do. And we'll continue to celebrate our men for the month of November. So till next time, this is me, Mama K, signing off saying, stay safe, stay blessed, love you, and God bless.